Once upon a time, there was a kingdom called Agartala, ruled by King Ananta. He was a man of endless wisdom. He had 4 sons, and although they had come of age, they would always spend time inside the royal palace. The king disliked this very much. One day, he called the queen and said, "My queen, have you seen? Our sons always sit idle inside the palace. Because of that, they have no knowledge of the real world. Think for yourself, how right is this?" The queen replied, "Yes, my king. What you say is true, but you can tell this yourself to our young princes. Won't they listen to your words? Tell them to go on a hunting trip or on a tour of our kingdom. Only when they experience the good and bad of the world will they gain worldly wisdom. Only then will they be able to rule this kingdom in the future." Hearing these words, the king thought for a while and said, "All right then, come with me. Let us both go to our sons and suggest that they travel around the kingdom disguised as commoners. That way, they will understand the lifestyle of the people and learn about our land." Thus, both the king and the queen went to where their sons were playing chess. "What is this? Always spending your time inside this fort? You have no knowledge of the wonders of the world. You don't even seem curious to know them. I too have never seen the wonders of the world. Now, disguised, travel across the 4 corners of the kingdom and return with at least 4 wonders to tell me. I will be pleased to hear them." The next morning, before dawn, the 4 princes mounted their horses and set out. As they crossed the city and reached the forest, the eldest said, "Let us each go in different directions, find wonders, and come back to tell father. What do you say?" Without waiting, the eldest sped off toward the north. After he left, the second son, Satya, grew concerned. "I have a doubt. Brother went alone. If something happens to him, who will help him? I must accompany him." Thus, Satya also rode off toward the north. The third brother too, seeing the first 2 head north, decided to follow the same path. A little later, the youngest, Vikram, also followed in the same direction as his elder brothers. The eldest brother traveled until nightfall and reached a riverside. Near the river stood a hill, and atop the hill was an old dilapidated house. "This place looks strange," he thought. "There's nothing here but that ruined house. I'll rest there tonight and leave in the morning." Thinking so, he released his horse near the base of the hill and climbed up with difficulty. The house on top was fairly large. At the doorway sat a black mangy cat. Seeing him, the cat shrieked grotesquely and scampered away. "Goodness, this cat looks terrifying. I wonder if any humans live here," he thought. He knocked on the closed door for a long time. Eventually, the door creaked open and a woman peeped out. At the sight of her, Dharma was spellbound by her beauty. "Who is she? She looks like a celestial maiden. They gleam like a cat's." He continued staring at her. The woman said, "Oh, young prince, my name is Dakini. Fear not. The black cat always screeches when anyone comes. Come in. I have been waiting for you for many days." Saying so, she went inside. Dharma, closing the door behind him, followed her. Dakini lit a lamp inside. The room had a window through which a breeze flowed abundantly, for the house stood at the edge of a hill with a river flowing below the window. "Who are you? What are you doing here?" Dharma asked. Smiling, she replied, "Do you want to know everything now, or would you like to eat first?" "Do you have anything to eat?" Dharma asked. "Would you like fish curry or simple rice gruel?" she asked. Not rice gruel. I want fish curry, he said eagerly. In that case, you must become the fish yourself, Dakini said with a wicked grin. Plucking a flower from the garland around her neck, she threw it at Dharma. Instantly, Dharma turned into a fish, flapping helplessly. Laughing loudly, Dakini said, You wanted fish curry, didn't you? I've been waiting for a fish like you. Saying so, she placed him into a pot of water. Meanwhile, the second brother, Satya, also arrived at the riverbank. Seeing Dharma's horse grazing there, he thought, Why is brother's horse here? He must be resting somewhere nearby. Looking around, he noticed the house atop the hill. Surely brother must have left his horse here and gone up to rest. Thus, Satya climbed the hill and reached the house. As soon as he neared, the black cat shrieked grotesquely again and scurried aside. When Satya knocked, the same beautiful woman opened the door slightly and said, Don't be afraid. Close the door and come inside. Satya, closing the door, entered, forgetting why he came, and asked, I am hungry. Do you have anything to eat? Dakini, hiding a smirk, said, There's a fish in the pot. Shall I serve it on a silver plate or a plantain leaf? Already enchanted by her beauty, Satya replied, If you have a silver plate, serve it on that. All right, but then you must become the silver plate, Dakini said. Plucking another flower from her garland, she threw it at Satya, who immediately transformed into a silver plate. Dakini burst out laughing. Soon, the third brother, Naga, arrived. Hearing the cat screech, he too knocked at the door. Dakini opened it and ushered him inside. As Naga entered, she asked, There's fish to cook and a silver plate to serve. For sleeping, would you prefer a silk bed or a straw mat? He replied, A silk bed. Who would want a straw mat? Laughing internally, Dakini plucked another flower and threw it at him, turning him into a silk bed. Meanwhile, the fourth and youngest brother, Vikram, reached the riverbank. Seeing the horses and the house, he thought, My brothers must be up there. I should join them. He climbed the hill. Again, the black cat shrieked as he approached. When Vikram knocked, Dakini opened the door. Vikram asked, Have you seen my three brothers? Did anyone come here? Looking at her face, he felt a strange suspicion arise. Dakini, scowling, said, How would I know about travelers? If you want to come inside, close the door. That black cat is sitting outside. She went inside. Vikram, feeling something amiss, carefully caught the cat in his cloth belt, tucked it under his arm, closed the door, and entered. Inside, he noticed the fish flapping in the pot, a silver plate on the floor, and a silk bed nearby, all adorned with yellow flowers. His suspicions grew stronger. Why is the fish flapping so wildly? Why are there flowers on the plate and bed? And why does this woman behave so strangely? Thinking thus, he stayed alert. Watching Vikram quietly observe, Dakini said, There's a fish in the pot. Shall I cook it for you? Vikram replied cleverly, I don't eat fish. I don't need food. I'll just drink some gruel. Shall I serve it in a silver plate? No need. I will pour it into my hands and drink. Why a plate? Seeing him escape every trap, Dakini's eyes turned red with anger. As a last attempt, she said, At least after drinking gruel, you'll need a bed to sleep, right? Shall I prepare the silk bed? Smiling, Vikram said, I can sleep on the grass. Why do I need a silk bed? Dakini, trembling with rage, moved to pluck a flower from her garland when suddenly the black cat under Vikram's arm shrieked loudly. Hearing that shriek, Dakini started shivering violently. Realizing something, Vikram thought, the secret must lie in that flower garland. At that moment, the black cat, speaking like a human, said, Vikram! Yes, you guessed right. The secret lies in the yellow flower garland. I too came here and was turned into this black cat. Quickly, separate that garland from her neck. Without any delay, Vikram snatched the garland from Dakini's neck and threw the cat at her. The cat scratched her face and plucked out her eyes. Terrified, Dakini ran towards the window and, losing balance, fell into the river below. Vikram sighed in relief. The garland is the source of her magic. I must destroy it. He tore the garland into pieces and threw it into the river. In the very next moment, the fish, the silver plate, and the silk bed turned back into his brothers. Dharma, the eldest, said, Enough of wonders for today. Let's go home. Looking around for the cat, Vikram realized it had vanished. The cat that warned us and saved us, we owe it forever. The four brothers mounted their horses and returned to the capital. Seeing his sons return so soon, King Ananta was surprised. Back already? Did you find any wonders? The eldest, Dharma, stepped forward and said, Father, I experienced a man turning into a fish. And I, said Satya, saw a man turn into a silver plate. And I, said Naga, saw a man become a silk bed. Finally, the king turned to Vikram and said, And you, Vikram? Vikram replied, I witnessed a fish, a plate, and a bed turn back into my brothers. I learned that even in wonder, wisdom is needed to survive. The king, deeply moved, said, You see, only by facing the world do you gain true knowledge. Vikram saved you all because he observed, questioned, and acted wisely. Experiences like these are essential for rulers. From that day onward, the princes, in various disguises, traveled the land, gaining strange and wonderful experiences, learning to solve problems wisely,